Hey guys, and welcome back for an epic all-day clean with me. We are tackling so many areas in my home today, I think more than I've ever done all at once. And we're starting in the morning and we're going all the way till the evening. So we're gonna bust into it first of all with my living room. This is an area that it has just gotten crazy, and I've really been needing to not only tidy but also clean the upholstery on my couches. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I do that today. I always get questions about our light blue couches, if they're easy to keep clean, and kind of how I do it. And the short answer is no, they're not easy to keep clean, but today I'm going to show you how I do it, and you're probably not going to want light color couches by the end of this. Special shout out to my two little helpers who you'll see throughout the video. I've got my 2-year-old little girl Kaylee here who's helping, and then a little bit later you'll see Landon, who is 4. They love seeing these videos back once they're all done and seeing themselves in them. So leave a little emoji in the comments section and I'll be sure and let them see those, and I think that'll be really fun for them. So as you saw, I took off all of the couch cushion covers and I'm just tossing those into our washing machine to get them cleaned. Now that all the cushions are out of the way, I'm doing a quick vacuum. Now this is one of my favorite purchases from Black Friday. It's the Dyson V7 Animal Stick Vacuum. I love this thing. It's great for quick little pickups. It doesn't have a long battery life, but for what I use it for, just quick little things here and there, or to just quickly vacuum up our laundry room or the stairs, I love it. This thing is so handy to have.
It's total madness, but just wait. I really need to tell you something. 'Cause I feel alone in a room, surrounded by people. I wanna know if you're feeling it too. Out on the roof, here with you, it all seems so distant.
Now I'm going to work on cleaning the arms and the back of the couch. With this couch in particular, you can actually take these off and throw them in the wash, but you have to take off the sides of the couches, like actually unscrew them to be able to take the fabric off. So I don't like doing that very often. I don't think it's good for the couch, so I'll do that maybe once a season, so 4 times a year. But in the in-between time, once they start looking stained or anybody gets food on them or, whatever, then I like to do this. So about once a month, this is what I do. So I take the lowest setting from my kettle, I'll heat it up with some hot water, then I pour that over the sides. And I just use my microfiber cleaning cloth with a natural stain stick, and I massage that into the fabric and really try to absorb anything that might be making them dirty or any kind of stains. I imagine you could do this with dish soap too, but I just really try to work it into it really well, and I'll even do more water to really get the soap out. It does a really great job. I would say make sure that you go all the way to the bottom just so that you don't have any water stains or anything like that when it dries. You want to make sure that it's all going to look the same color and dry the same. But I'll just throw down a couple towels. Usually Kaylee will walk along the edges there and she'll kind of push on the towel to help absorb it. She didn't want to today, but I don't know, I think it was freaking her out because I was filming. But that's what I do. It does a really good job of just removing those stains. If anybody has coffee or there's cups or tea can get spilled on there, or the kids are climbing, it seems like the sides always get the dirtiest the fastest. And it really drives me crazy that I can't just pull these slip covers off and wash them. I wish that I could do that. It would make it so much easier. But since you can't, this is the best method that I have found.
Everything is alright with you. Under street lights, right next to the skyline. With you. Yeah, you. I've been listening to so many of my days. Now you just my makeup believer. Out of makeup, you look so pretty in the sunrise. And somehow now everything is alright. Everything is alright.
I should mention too, you might notice that I'm wearing gloves while I'm doing this. No reason other than my hands are just really sensitive to soap and warm water and stuff like that. And since they're so prone to eczema, I just usually wear gloves while I'm doing this. We're done with the couches for now, and Kaylee and I are just going to clean up our little dining room area. We're just cleaning the top of the table, and then also it was really in need of a good vacuum. There was lots of pieces, like little pieces of food from breakfast and probably the dinner from the night before that were just left underneath the table. So I really needed to give that a good clean. Also, something that, people don't always feature in their Clean With Me videos, don't forget to take a little break, to drink water, to eat. I decided to leave those little parts into the Clean With Me today. I think I usually put in drinking water, but since this was an all-day cleaning event, I was pretty much cleaning the whole day. I did take a little break to have lunch and just kind of sit down with the kids so you guys could kind of get a look at what it would normally look when I'm doing a day of cleaning, what that looks like for me. I'm not able to just completely step away from my mommy role when I'm cleaning, but I thought it would be kind of refreshing for you guys just to have a little bit of a peek at what my house looks like while this is going on, like some more of the outtakes and things that you don't always see. So here you've got Landon and Kaylee. This is what, like right now, I'm making their lunch. So I'm just getting that all heated up and fixed for all three of us. And while I'm doing that, they're just kind of in there playing around, maybe messing up a little bit what I've cleaned. But that's just kind of how it goes. I don't ever expect the house to be perfection. It's going to be lived in. It's going to be a little bit of a mess. But as long as it's getting back to that kind of clean baseline, that's all I'm looking for. So I wanted to leave those things in today. You guys could kind of see what it looks like and how we sit down and eat just kind of in the middle of a cleaning day. While I was vacuuming, I had the idea just kind of come into my mind for a new little living room arrangement, one that I've never tried before, but I don't know if it's anybody else like that where you just get these ideas to move things around, and maybe you're cleaning and you're like, hey, this would look good here, or maybe I should move this around, and then you just kind of do it. And I just love that. I love to switch things up. You don't have to get new things to look at your old things in a different way and enjoy them differently. So I just kind of made a new little seating arrangement there, which I really liked. I think part of it too was prompted by we had a little newborn photo shoot in our living room a few days prior, and so I had everything moved around, and that's kind of what those little pieces of things were on the floor. We were using a lot of different props and fabrics and some little wood pieces and wreaths, so a lot of that on the floor was from picking up from that. But I just kind of got the idea for a new arrangement, and I really love how it turned out. Side note, if you guys ever want to see any of my little photography side jobs that I do, my husband and I have really been getting into doing photography, but if you guys ever want to see those photos, I do post little sneak peeks when I can, when I've got permission. I post those on my Instagram, so make sure you go check out my Instagram with the link in the description, and make sure you're following. I've already got at least 2 or 3 in my feed right now from that particular shoot, so you can check them out. Anyway, so now we are starting off in the kitchen. It was just dish madness in there, and Landon said that he would help, so I will take advantage of that. Anytime I've got a willing volunteer, I will always use them for help in the kitchen. I think it's great to have kids used to seeing mommy clean, but then also understanding that it's important that we work as a team, because we all kind of make the mess together, and even if the kids aren't involved in the cooking, then they ate the food. So I think it's good to teach them from an early age to help, and yeah, I think it helps me too.
Remember when you said we'd stay together now until forever? Just us. Said we wouldn't be like all the others, fight and hurt each other. Not us. But we let each other down, yeah. Yeah, we let each other down, yeah. But we let each other down, yeah. Yeah, we let each other down, yeah. This shouldn't be us. Why can't it be us when we caught them? We weren't supposed to break up. Literally to make up.
Oh, Landon, he is the best little dishwasher there ever was. Lanny, we love you.
Better than all of the others. Just us. Said we wouldn't let things come between us. Let love rule, not be us. Not us. But we let each other down, yeah. Yeah, we let each other down. But we let each other down, yeah. Yeah, we let each other down.
Watching this back is making me think that I should do a kids clean with me power hour and see how much they could get done in an hour, and just have maybe different cameras on different kids and make a challenge out of it. What do you guys think? Do you think they would do that? Or would you guys enjoy watching that? I don't know. For me, I love to watch other moms clean and see kind of the messes that they have to deal with and how they're just getting it done and they're staying positive and they help motivate me. But I don't know, is it just as motivating to watch kids clean? You let me know. Leave a comment down below, because maybe this would be a great way for us to motivate our kids to clean. If they could see other kids cleaning their rooms, or other kids, folding their laundry, or doing other little tasks like the dishes, maybe that would get them excited about doing it. And I think it could work the exact same way. I think we're on to something. Now, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes we have so many things that pile up on the side of our sink. And we had like an old olive oil container. We had just a candle that was pretty much almost spent, like not all the way down to the bottom, but I lost my lighter and I haven't been able to light candles for a little bit, hadn't bought a new one. Just, water bottles that are hard to clean, or toys and things that just need to be put away in other places. Sometimes that all just builds up. So today, one of my big goals was to get that little island that's been growing there, to get that all cleaned up. One tip that I can share that has worked really well for me when it comes to cleaning up those sort of situations is to grab a laundry basket or just some kind of little basket or bin, and then grab everything that has a place that's on that counter or whatever, and put it in the basket and take it to its place once you've filled up the basket. This even works with if you've got multiple areas that have just a few things that are out of place. Go through the house, pick up all of the things that don't belong where they're at, put them in the basket, and then go around the house and unload the basket. Because once you've physically picked up each individual item, then you look at it, you're like, okay, this goes in the office, put it in the basket. Okay, this goes in the laundry room, put it in the basket. And then as you're in the laundry room, you will remember each of those items that you have in the basket, and you can pull them out. And it makes it so much faster rather than pick up one wool dryer ball and you go all the way to the laundry room, have to come all the way back to the living room, then you go put away one little sock, and then you see what I'm saying? So I think that is one of the best ways that I have found to clean the house quick. One of the areas that I always am forgetting to tackle when it comes to my kitchen is behind the sink. Like, there's so much that gets splattered back there on the windows, and that trim around there always just needs a good wipe down. So I was able to do that today. And side note, who noticed Landon adjust my camera for me? I usually film these clean with me videos just completely by myself. I'm like moving around the tripod and trying to make sure things are in focus, but I was having some serious blurry camera issues during this part of it, and it's hilarious looking back that my 4-year-old noticed and like moved my camera for me and got it back in focus. So it does have a touch to focus feature, and it's supposed to have like auto tracking and stuff, but still it cracks me up that Landon's so used to what I do that he's like, oh, mommy, let me help you out a little bit here. It's awesome. Finally, we're done with the kitchen, and I grabbed all of the dry cushion covers to put on for the couch. This is probably the easiest and most rewarding part of doing the couches, getting them all out of the dryer and everything is done. So I did move those over during the day of cleaning. I didn't really show that, but yeah, basically I just move them straight from the wash to the dryer, and then I try to get them when they're still I don't get them like super hot because I don't want them to shrink, but I just tumble dry those on low, and then when they're like a tiny little bit still damp, just because I'm afraid that they'll shrink or something. And also I don't want them to wrinkle. And then I just put those on top, back on the cushions as quickly as I can. We have had the kids before like play with them, and they're jumping on them, and they've kind of like popped a hole through one of them. So I try to get them covered back up as quickly as possible and safe and sound. And I just think, especially since it's such a long process, I really like to get that done as quickly as possible too, and have it just be a one day, like a few hours kind of a thing, rather than like spanning over multiple days and we don't have couches kind of thing. But as you can see, the arms are already, I mean, they look totally dry now. One thing I would say is if you are worried about watermarks, like I did see watermarks on the sides of one of our couches, you can just do the whole panel like all the way down. Like if you wash the whole side rather than just the top where, where the dirty area is, if you wash the full thing, then you're not going to see any kind of like water staining as it dries or anything like that. So, but I do like that they don't look wet for days. They dry pretty quickly, especially when you've absorbed the water out using other towels. I also had a chance while those were drying to wash some of my microfiber towels. I do wash those in their own separate load. So like my gym towel or any of my cleaning towels, I save those up until they can have their own like small load, because they say that the cotton towels, or like washing them with other fabrics, that it can clog up the microfiber and then they don't work as well. So that's why I like to do them kind of in their own separate load. I also had laundry that I had done earlier in the day that needed to be sorted and folded, and so you can see me doing that all here in our fresh and now clean kitchen. You guys, I think I said I had some laundry or a few loads of laundry. It was a lot of the kids' laundry. It was like at least a week of kids' laundry that I washed this morning before even starting the video. It was a lot. And I do try and separate loads by color, and like if I need to do something on cool versus warm. If they're really dirty stuff, then I usually put them on warm, but I try to keep, Kaylee's dresses and things like that on cold. So I think this is probably like 4 loads of laundry. But the nice thing about my kids still being pretty small and their clothes being small, I can wash their clothes and I don't have to worry about getting them straight out of the dryer. I can just toss them all into a basket, like make a huge pile, and then I can fold them, and they're not going to be, like, you won't be able to tell that they were wrinkled at all when they're wearing them. So that's something that's still pretty nice about them being small. And also something I mentioned in a previous Clean With Me that I've been doing, instead of folding all of the clothes, what I've been doing, or what I did, was really go through and I minimized their wardrobe. So I had it down to about 5 outfits per child. I did find out that my mom, because she watches them once a week, I found out that she had a stash of some of their clothes. So they definitely got more than 5 outfits each. I might need to kind of minimize it again, but what I like to do is just keep their wardrobe pretty minimal. And then it makes it easier because I can just put their clothes in their one drawer and I don't have to worry about folding them, because when they only have, 5 sets of clothes, then you only need one drawer to fit everything, and you don't need to have it all specifically folded. Unless they want to, they totally can do that. Some of my boys, they really, really enjoy having everything nice and in a certain place and they can see it all. And the others, they just kind of like to dig. And even if it's all nicely laid out, within a day, they've mixed it all up. And yeah, so if they want to have it nice, then they have to be able to keep it nice, and they have to be willing to do a little bit of folding themselves. But how I do it is I just sort everyone's clothes, I lay it out flat, and then all I need to do is put them in each child's drawer, and I'm good to go. Now, at this point in the day, I was so ready to be done cleaning. I think it was about 4:30, almost 5 o'clock. And I took a little break to pick up the kids, so I've got all of them home now. And also, I started some soup in the Instant Pot. So, you guys, I love that thing so much. And some of you guys already saw probably in my community tab, I had done a little poll about I'm making an ebook for Instant Pot recipes. So I am super excited about that. I am working hard on perfecting our family's favorite go-to recipes. Just dinners specifically is what I'm going to make the book about. Easy, quick, simple, and whole food ingredients. That's what I'm going for. And I'm going to have our family's faves, and I'm also going to have a strictly vegan cookbook. So I think the vegan one is going to take a little bit more perfecting because I have a couple that I'm really trying to get right, and they're not ones that I'm used to making in the Instant Pot. So anyways, there's going to be 2 different versions, at least to start out, and they're both going to be dinners. So I think you're really going to like them, but stay tuned. I will keep you guys up to date when that comes out, but make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I release it. The last thing that I needed to do to finish cleaning the whole house was to clean the floors. So in particular, I was just needing to do our hardwood floors in the kitchen and the entryway. So I was using this Method wood floor cleaner. I love the smell of this. It smells just like almond, goodness, and all you have to do is spray it on and it does its thing. I've had a lot of questions from you guys about my steam mop and how I like it. I didn't want to give a review too prematurely, the first time using it, but I use this thing I don't want to say every single day, but at least every other day. It is so easy. Literally, I just plug it in and make sure that it has water in it, and you can push a button and it starts steaming. And there's 3 different settings, so I use it on the lowest setting on our hardwood floor, and then if you're using it on tile, you can do it all the way to the 3 setting. So it's just been great. It's worked fine with our wood, which is something that it kind of held me back from buying a steam mop because I thought, maybe the steam would be too much, or I don't really like to leave our wood floors wet, but because it's a steam mop, they dry super, super quick, and it just gets anything that would otherwise be hard to get off the floor. It takes it off so easy. I don't even think you need to use like a floor cleaner, but I do feel like it does kind of help to speed the process. But we will never go back to not having a steam mop. This thing is just, it's such an essential now. And having that stick vacuum and the steam mop, it's like the best thing I ever did. So good for cleaning. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me till the end of the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you found it motivating, and subscribe. If you're looking for even more cleaning motivation, you can check out my Clean With Me playlist. That'll be up in the cards and down in the description. And if you're looking for a video recommendation to get you motivated, you definitely need to watch my Clean With Me, where I tackled all of my least favorite areas. My oven, the shower, dusting. Gotta watch it. Again, it'll be in the cards and down below. I'll see you all soon.